Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today I have for you another Every Plate box. This is my third box, and this is kind of going to be the make or break, although I like trying them. I think I may kind of switch it up and try a different brand. So before this, I was doing HelloFresh, which I guess I just found out that Every Plate is owned by HelloFresh, which kind of makes sense. HelloFresh is like $60 a week for 3 meals, more gourmet, I feel like the recipes really pop in your mouth with flavors, and Every Plate is cheaper. It is $38 for 3 meals a week, which is a fantastic price. So it's $5 per serving, at least for us. I think things change based on how many people you're buying for and how many servings, and how many meals. So we do 2 servings at 3 times a week, $38. It's a really good deal. Last week's meals, the main dish was excellent. The side dishes were not my favorite, which could have been my problem in choosing them, and the portion sizes were a little small. So there's a trade-off for your money. So inside the box, it always looks like this. You get your recipes. The recipes are half the size of HelloFresh, and I don't know whether it's just because I'm back to school, so I'm tired at the end of the day. I have been having a hard time following them. For whatever reason, I felt like HelloFresh was easier to follow. It's a bigger card. I feel like maybe they even do more step-by-step on HelloFresh. But again, I was doing HelloFresh in the summer when I wasn't working for a full day. So anyway, so these are my recipes this week. We have sticky sweet chili chicken, super smashed burgers, and soy glazed meatloaf, which I guess I should have realized that we did have meatloaf this week. The meatloaf was like my least favorite this last week. And they have a thing with their sides being carrots, and I guess, I didn't know until last week, I'm not a fan of carrots at the side. I don't feel like they roast well. Growing up, my mom would do candied carrots, which were really good, clearly not healthy. But I'm not a fan of just the carrots by the side. And see another one of these carrots. I just think maybe carrots are cheaper. Again, that's partly my fault. I should now that I know I don't like carrots roasted as a side dish. I know not to pick that. But I really have enjoyed trying Every Plate. I feel like though I may switch it up and try something different. We will see how this week goes. So again, if you watch these videos in the last couple weeks, the difference is you get a box full of food versus HelloFresh gives you a bag with everything in it. It's really not a big deal. For the price you're saving, it's not that hard to pull out everything. One thing I do love about these food subscriptions, or whatever you want to call them, meal services, is you get everything in individual packages. So let's say you're going to try a recipe and you have to buy 5 new things. You're now stuck with full-size versions. So I really do like that you can try it. And almost, so far I would say probably, and whether it's HelloFresh or Every Plate, I would say probably 80% of the recipes are totally recreatable. You can go to the store and buy them yourself. There's only been a couple where they give you like a unique spice blend that you couldn't really find at the store. So they give you everything you need, which I really do appreciate. It helps save on waste. See, all these carrots, I'm just not a fan of carrots. We have the buns for the hamburgers. So again, there are really a lot of pros to these services. Like my daughter doesn't eat really hamburgers. So if we were to make hamburgers, I have to buy an 8-pack of buns. So this is nice that you just get the buns that you need. And everything has always been really well packaged. It's always come really cold. And you get your packages of meat. So we have chicken, ground beef, and ground pork. So again, individual prices or individual packages. It makes everything super easy, super nice. Again, at least last week, I did feel like the portions were small. So we'll see how this week's go. I would really love to hear from you guys. If you have any meal services like this that you love, please leave a comment down below, because I'm looking for kind of like my next one to try. The one thing I do like about both HelloFresh and Every Plate is it's really easy to manage online. You can see all your meals. With Every Plate, I feel like the meals were several weeks out, so you could really plan ahead. HelloFresh, it didn't seem maybe more than even 2 weeks out. They were not very out. Both of those websites also make it really easy. You can skip weeks. You can so it's really easy to kind of pick and choose what you want to do. So anyway, when you see me again, I will be cooking. Hello. Today we are going to be making the Super Smashed Burger. The other two recipes at the moment are just not calling my name, so I know I've cooked a lot of the HelloFresh burgers, but I also think that would be a good comparison. I really do recommend Every Plate. At this point, this is our third box, and I think after this I'm taking a break. HelloFresh actually reached out to me with some more coupon codes. I think we're going to switch back to them for a little bit. And I think that'll be a good comparison since I keep going back and forth. But overall, this is such a great price such a value for the price. I just wish the side dishes were a little more kind of but again, my fault for picking carrots. I just guess I didn't really notice that I was picking carrots so often. And at least last week, the portion sizes were a tad small, but again, for the price, good deal. So we're going to make these. It does do caramelized onions. That is one thing that I've learned through these two boxes. Who would have thought adding a little bit of sugar when you saute onions makes them delicious. So first up, we are prepping the potatoes to be put on the pan and into the oven. My tip with that always is parchment paper. I line my baking sheet with parchment paper now. I wouldn't do it if I was making chocolate chip cookies probably, although I'm sure you could. But I did this when I was making biscuits. I did this for any of these things. Clean up. It makes it so nice. It also doesn't stick. For a long time, I was using foil, and I really felt like the foil just stuck. And maybe there was a tip or a trick to learn how to not make the foil stick, but I would put Pam on it, all of that stuff, and it would still stick. So for this one, you are basically making home fries, which I really like. So anyway, I really enjoyed this subscription, and I will probably go back to it. I'm a person who kind of flips around between subscriptions. There are certain ones I get like almost every month loyally, but for the most part, I like to try new things. And I will say, when I was looking at the meals for HelloFresh, I was a hard time kind of choosing between them, but with the discount for them, it'll cost like $46, and this is $38. And I guess they're owned by the same company, which I didn't know, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, I really have enjoyed it. The price is there, so if you're kind of new to this and you've never tried one before, I would recommend giving Every Plate a shot because they are really affordable. Now, if you're used to gourmet stuff, then probably one of the pricier ones would get you more gourmet. But this is kind of a balance. The sides are kind of everyday, but the dishes I felt like still were very good. So for this, you're going to salt and pepper the potatoes and then drizzle with olive oil. And that's one thing I like about these boxes is that I've been learning so much. So I now can bake a lot of my vegetables. It is so easy. Like I will get one of those bags of like broccoli, cauliflower, throw it on here, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, throw it in the oven. It's the easiest side, delicious. So anyway, I will be back. Alright, now that I'm literally crying from doing some garlic and some onions. So we have the onions here. Now we're going to make the chipotle mayonnaise. So this is one of those things where they give you a whole pack of this. They tell you to put a pinch in this, and I can't find anywhere where they tell you to do the rest of it. So I am simply going to be throwing it into the burger meat. This is where I also feel like you guys, we're all able, like to our knowledge and comfort, able to customize. And so I feel like Every Plate kind of leaves definitely some room to customize. Like they don't tell you to put anything in the meat from what I can see. I keep reading it over and over again. So I will probably add garlic, salt and pepper to the meat. Probably I would add some onions. I'm going to add the rest of that chipotle stuff. So into the aioli, there's mayonnaise, which I really think that's kind of teeny tiny, but it'll be serviceable. I could add more mayonnaise. I already have some tiny bit of garlic. I really do think I am going to get to where I just use like the little pre-done garlics You're supposed to do salt and pepper, and then a pinch of the, oh dear, some of that came out, a pinch of the chipotle powder. Ooh, and I think that was more than a pinch, but anyhow, not an exact science. And then you're going to mix that up, and that will be your chipotle aioli sauce. So, anyway, I'll be back. So I'm working on the hamburger mixture. The next thing I will say that I'm always customizing, whether it was HelloFresh or this, is that they often tell you to pan fry it, and I'm just not a big pan fryer. So they wanted you to pan fry the buns to toast them. They wanted you to pan fry the hamburger. So I put it on the grill just to kind of save it. So I put the rest of the chipotle powder in. This is where I'm going to, again, customize it. I'm going to add a little cumin and chili powder to the hamburger just to give it a little spice, you know, a good dose of salt and pepper. I'll probably put more salt and pepper in, a little bit of chili powder. So this is where I think you can really sort of kind of make it your own. I'm going to steal a few of the onions, and then probably my leeks. Oh, I forgot the, now that my hands are all dirty and I probably shouldn't be touching that, I will clean it off after I'm done. I'm just going to use the garlic. I have this crushed garlic, so I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in because right now I'm going to be lazy and save this for another day. So then you basically just mix it up. This is my least favorite part about cooking, touching raw meat. Clearly, I don't know, I get over it and I do it, but it's not my favorite thing. So I'm going to let this sit a little bit, and then I'm going to start sauteing the onions, which I think are a delicious addition. And it's something I never would have thought of doing. I don't like onions generally. I mean, I'll eat them if they're cooked or they're in something, but it never would occur to me to saute onions and put them on a burger. But adding that a little, I mean tiny, almost like a half teaspoon or less of sugar, a sprinkle of sugar just makes it all the difference, and it caramelizes so nicely. All right, so I have to make 2 patties, and then we'll saute some onions. All right, so we have the hamburger patties made here. I will say, so far in my experience with these boxes, when you get the food, you do look at it and think, there is no way that is going to be enough. It always is. I will say the mayonnaise left something to be desired for because it was teeny tiny. Also because I went way more than a touch of that chipotle powder, I ended up just using some of my own mayonnaise and making it more, but it definitely does have a kick. We have the onions cooking over here. Again, love these sauteed onions, and I'll be back. I really wish there was smell-o-vision as these guys, golden and caramelized. It just smells so good, and this is a person who does not like onions. So I now can change that to I like caramelized onions. At this point, I feel like this is a love letter to caramelized onions. So here is the finished product. And, you know, in this example, I think it's great serving. This is exactly what they gave me. I did add cheese, etc. This looks really good. So the cost of this, if you include the shipping, because it's $10 for 2 servings when you do the 3 meal a week plan, plus $8 shipping. So this basically cost me $12 for my husband and I's portion. So I think you're getting a way better, burger than McDonald's or whatever. So honestly, I think that's a really great price. So I forgot to come on after we ate our dinner last night and talk about the burgers. We really liked them. I really liked that meal. It cost $12 basically. I think I already said that. But anyway, we really liked it. It was really good. This is one instance where I should have just followed the recipe. The last time I did a burger from them, I kind of improvised. So they really just kind of leave the burger meat alone. So this time I added the cumin and the chili powder, which my husband loved, but he loves everything spicy. So for me, it was a little bit too much. So in this instance, I should have left the recipe up to the professionals.